This is Moonshine and Music with Joe Shelton. Wait a minute, that's me. Anyway, we're going to bring you some inspiring songwriters, musicians, and maybe some side challenges and other stuff around the music industry. So stick with us right now, because the show is coming your way. Woo! Moonshine and Music starts right now. All right, welcome to Moonshine and Music. We're here today with Joel David Weir. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. It's great to be here.
Oh, well, I'm glad to have you on the show. A good friend of mine said that I should have you on the show. Oh, nice. Ben Cannon. Yeah. And I was like, I went and listened to some of the music, and I was like, yes, we definitely have to have him on the show.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So it's real good to have you here. It's really nice to see you in person today.
Absolutely.
So where are you hailing from currently?
I am hailing from the teeming metropolis of Crawfordsville, Indiana.
Oh, so,
wow. Yes.
Busy place, right?
It is, yeah.
There's 12 people in a tractor.
Oh, now, come on. We have an award-winning brewery there now, so that has changed everything.
Probably.
Yeah.
I like going out there because Turkey Run's out there.
Yes, that is what we do have that.
I'm a huge fan. Of course, the summertime, that kills that.
Right.
And my son was a swimmer, so I've been out there a few times because they had big swim meets at the gigantic pool that's out there. So had to stay overnight a couple times. Mm-hmm. There's a Super 8. I think
there is
Motel 6 or Super 8, one or the other.
We've got a few in that area.
Yeah, and we stayed in there, and they still had, and this was like 4 years ago, they still had the tube TVs with where you could buy like a Nintendo game to play on the tube, like old 1985 TVs.
We're just trying to be hipster, and
they wanted like $28 to play Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, and I was like, what the? The room didn't cost $28 here at the Motel 6, 8, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure thing.
So it's kind of funny. It's like, you guys are like a loss leader. We'll give you a place to sleep, but if you want to watch TV or play a game,
you're going to pay.
And you're going to see it on this screen.
Grainy TV, yeah.
Anyway, stupid Crawfordsville story. Let's get back to you.
Sure.
How old were you when you started playing some tunes? Did you learn to play as a kid, or?
No, I always loved music. I would say that I've been playing air drums and since I was a kid, since I can remember, listening to records and just wanting to play music, loving it just being in my soul. But my dad bought me a Yamaha acoustic guitar from Service Merchandise when I went to college. And I started learning chords there, and mainly from tablature books of Pearl Jam 10, and it was the early '90s, so I was learning that kind of stuff, and guys on my floor teaching me songs, and then we pretty quickly started writing though, like almost if I could learn 3 chords to write songs. That's what I wanted to do.
So where'd you go to college?
I went to Taylor University for 2 years.
Oh, up there with Ivanhoe's, the ice cream place.
Yes, correct.
Fabulous, man.
Correct, yeah.
Man, I got stuff about all these places.
Yeah.
So there were the late night party at Ivanhoe's. Is that how Taylor went, or it doesn't seem like a party school?
It is not a party school, which is why. And I look back on it and I think I'm grateful for that. We had to be really creative to kind of express ourselves and to do anything rebellious. Mm-hmm. So being in a band, we'd play these underground shows. There were the officially sanctioned shows.
Right.
It's a Christian college, and then we would do like the underground shows that you had to know about to get to, and they would be in basements, and and they were. It wasn't like there were substances and stuff there, but the music was a little edgier, and so.
What was the name of the band that you played in back then?
Would Be Kings.
The Would Be Kings.
The Would Be Kings.
Man, that could have like a Christian connotation too, like kind of, right?
Yeah, that was me with an acoustic guitar, knowing maybe 5 or 7 chords. My roommate, who actually was trained to play jazz piano, and he held down the bass line, kind of like the Doors, where he would do that. And then my guy across the hall, who always wanted to be a drummer, so that was enough. We borrowed a snare drum, and we fashioned this tambourine stand out of a tiki torch and a tambourine, and he played this really basic rhythm. But we had like a real sound. Like when I think about it, like that was some good stuff, and people at the college loved it. So
yeah, well, that's great. I mean, the would-be kings playing on a crown, basically.
something like that. Yeah.
Did you grow up in Crawfordsville also?
I did.
So, and you went back to where you came from, huh?
I did. I spent 4 years in Pennsylvania. Other than that, it's always been Crawfordsville.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's good to know where you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you? I know you get around and play. You play more than just Indiana circuit, right?
Sure. Yeah.
How many shows you play last year? I would guess.
I should totally know that, but I would say on an average, I'm probably doing about 6 shows a month if I average it out. Some are a lot more, and some are a lot
60,
less.
70 or something like that?
Yeah, that's probably how many shows I've done.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah,
good amount. I've seen
a good year. Yeah,
seen a lot of noise about you on the online and stuff.
Oh well, right.
So, and you came and did the Indie Skyline sessions in downtown, right?
I did. Yeah. That was awesome. That was awesome to be a part of that.
Do you feel like when you're in a special series or something like that, that it makes you feel good about the shows where you don't have like something like, you know what I mean? From my perspective, it's like sometimes you'll have a show, you'll play whatever bar you've never played before,
right,
in some town you've never been to before.
Yeah.
And there's 9 guys in there, and they're halfway paying attention.
Yeah.
And then, you go the next night maybe and you have to play like something like the Skyline sessions.
Yeah, or, it's being filmed. It's you know that it's gonna have this life after it. Yeah. And I love all of it. I think that but I think that the experience of playing the little places, playing the holes in the wall, and just doing that, it builds for the moment when you have you've got the lights are on and all of that. And to me, that over the years, it's how I've built my confidence to be able to be able to do those kind of shows. And this last year, I'll tell you, like in working with Ben with Spark Joy Music, that we this is my first year with him, and we were kind of trying to figure out what's my niche. I mean, the market, there's a bunch of people playing music, right? And we can all put our music out there now, but you find your niche. And it was
before it was, how do I get my music to anybody to hear it? And now it's, how do I get the right people to hear it?
Yeah, that are going to connect with it, they're going to care. And I in conversations with him, I started realizing, like, I love going to towns like I played Books and Brews in Muncie, and it was the night after I played, like, I don't know, I would say a hipper spot in a bigger city. I'm not going to say it because that was a good show too, but I will say that like that was the one that had all the hype around it. It was fine. And then I went to Muncie and played the Books and Brews, and I remember pulling up and thinking, okay, like, is anybody going to be here? Like, I mean, it's, that's how it is. And when you're pulling into a town that isn't, and it was fantastic because the people that were there, they cared, they were there, they wanted to hear music, and they were so kind to me. They invited me to their table to play games with them after I played, and I thought, I'll still play. I still try to play the Chicagos and the Cincinnatis and stuff, but like I love those towns because people still want to listen to music there.
Well, I mean, that's the cool thing not to toot our horn here, as we basically are in a Books and Brews. We shoot our show here, and they're really good to our show. But one of the things about Books and Brews that we love is the people that come here are really friendly. It's just it's the atmosphere that's built by the place.
I like that. Yeah.
So like, you know, when you said I've played all of the Books and Brews stores pretty much, and I've always run into really friendly folks.
Yeah.
Even if there's, you know, only 5 of them there, they're really nice, and they will absolutely, if you're playing, they'd be ready to play What's Your Meme or whatever, because they'll always invite you to play if you want. You know, if you want.
Yeah, and I've noticed they're at least listening to the songs, and that's what matters to me. You know, and I love that kind of thing. The other town, I just have to put the shout out. The other city I've absolutely fallen in love with this year is Dayton, Ohio, and I didn't expect that. It's just a really cool place that I found people that cared about original music. They cared about a real community music and art scene there, and so it's been good to kind of travel around and, I don't know, maybe find the niche. You know, the places that have a lot of stories and but aren't as represented. You know, I feel a real kinship to that.
Well, that's really cool. Are you feeling like your songwriting has changed since you've been, you know, touring and spreading yourself out a little bit more last year?
I don't know. My writing is about 4 years ago, I had an experience that just kind of changed my approach to writing. At least for now, it could change again. But you know, I have a problem with procrastination, where I'll get ideas for songs or whatever, then I'll think, well, once I can get my band together, or once I can get can afford some studio time, well, then I'm really gonna do it. And you know, like I was starting to realize, like, a year will go by, and these songs, you know, they never got a chance. And I took a week one time. I took a week it was about 3 or 4 years ago, and in the closet in my house, I put up one mic and my guitar, and I just said, I'll write a song every day, and I'll record it that day, and I'm not gonna overthink it. And it was just an exercise, and I ended up liking it so much that I went back and listened to it. I'm like, I still play those songs live. Those are the ones and later, like on the new album where I actually got studio time, I reworked a few of those songs into band versions, but I'd stand by those, like, capturing that moment. And so for me to connect it to the going and playing places, I love being able to try a thing out and not overthink it and see what the response is. I tend to write very, you know, not to sound pretentious, I tend to write very existentially now. Like, I'm just going to capture what's in the air, and I'm going to write it, and I'm going to see if somebody cares. And if they care, then that matters. But a few of my songs have evolved what they mean. I wrote them, I think, with probably one thing in mind, but having people come talk to me, whether it's in Dayton, after the shooting that happened there, you know, I had a couple songs that I wrote specifically about some losses I had in my life, but then talking to people and how it resonated with them there, it started to mean something else, you know. And so I love that process because I mean, I feel like a song it's not mine. It's, once it's out there, it's
yeah.
I mean,
gets into the wild. People hear it and they hear a different thing in it.
That's right.
Which those are the ones I feel like when I put mine out there, they're the people get that something else out of. That's when I feel like I did my job.
Exactly.
You know,
that's a good song.
Like, I may not have, you know, like there's some stuff. There's no way to interpret it any other way. But if you write, you know, long enough, you'll write one that, you know, people come to you. You know, I really thought about this when I heard that, and you're like,
yes,
really? Okay.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's the ones I really like.
Me
right?
too. Yep.
Well, at this point in the show, we do this crazy thing.
What's going on here?
Well, we have to bring in the Moonshine Genie, Brentley Smith. And if you scoot this way a little bit, I'm going to make room for, is that...
I'll do what you tell me. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
So it looks like the Genie has acquired a second lamp since the last time we saw him here on the program a few weeks ago.
I had a lamp like that in college.
Oh, yeah. You had a lamp like that? Was there a genie in it?
I can't talk about that.
It depends if it's before or after he had used the lamp.
Correct.
That's true. Yeah. So what's going on here with the dueling lamps?
Yeah, so I've been having a lot of blackouts when I've been messing with this one. And I tried to take it back to the flea market, and they wouldn't exchange it for me. And I said, well, maybe if I got another one to balance it, it wouldn't be so bad. But I'm still having blackouts, so I don't know. But yeah, this is the first time, like I just got this other one, so yeah, I haven't done the dual genie thing before. I don't know if it'll work.
Stereo genies.
Yeah, so you want to talk to the genie?
Sure.
Or genies?
I can't wait to see how this works.
Okay, what do you want? Yeah, okay, what do you want? Wait, what? Stop. Just one. Okay, I'm the gold genie. What questions have you for the gold genie? Questions or wishes?
What do bad things happen to good people?
Can't do that one. Let's see if the silver genie gets it. Yeah, I got nothing for that either.
Oh, sure, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, we're not top level genies here.
Okay.
So we came from a flea market. So we need flea market genie wishes and questions.
Okay. Let's see. Gosh, I should be better than this. What songs am I going to play?
What song are you going to play? Yours.
Correct. Right.
He's really good at trivia too. Well,
Oh, you're really good at trivia?
Well,
The genie, I know all.
the genie.
Yeah, Brent, he's somewhere, but he won't remember this later. That's why we film it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a blackout apparently happening.
Yeah. Who shot first, Han or Greedo?
It doesn't matter.
Totally.
It's not real. Like, this is real life here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Star Wars isn't real.
This is real life.
This is real.
It's amazing.
Real?
Do we not exist? Do we not see each other? What is the nature of existence?
I mean, you are a genie.
Also, a question I can't answer. But
Right. You're not supposed to ask questions.
You said you knew all, but then you.
all.
yeah, so I knew all. I didn't say I could tell all.
Oh, I see. You're limited in what you can tell.
Yeah.
What does a zebra have stripes?
Why does a zebra have stripes? Because spots would have been ridiculous. All right, this genie's tired. Let's do the other one real quick.
Good.
Yeah, okay. You got any wishes?
I wish that. World peace.
Too much. The best I can do is the neighborhood bully will trip and fall and be in the hospital.
Okay, I'll take it. Okay.
Cool.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Pretty good for thrift store genie.
All right, flea market.
Flea market. I'm sorry.
There is a difference.
He's not to the level of thrift store.
What happened?
Nothing.
You're back.
Yeah. Well, it's me. That's why that's what happened. Like, what's up?
The gold and the silver genie happened. You missed it, but you can watch it on the show when it comes out.
Yeah. You guys all should watch too, but you're watching now, so you know this.
The answers. You're going to find the answers when you watch that later.
Yeah.
Hopefully I remember them. I don't know if the memory wipe is ongoing or what. So I'm still trying to figure out.
Okay.
You go back to the flea market, maybe you get
And
a leprechaun.
I can't wait to see what you get next at the flea market. The silver and gold lamp.
Yeah.
That's astounding.
Yeah, you got to be careful with genies, though.
I believe it.
Okay, well, I'm going to go try to figure out what happened.
There we go. The
Look
Moonshine
forward to you
Genie,
playing.
Brent Lee Smith,
good to meet you.
and
Likewise.
comedian on a stage near you.
That's fantastic. I didn't expect that.
That was unexpected?
Yeah.
Me too.
Sure.
Especially for him, right?
I know.
He didn't
right.
expect what was going to happen to him.
Yeah.
But anyway, what two songs are you going to play today?
I'm going to do a track that was originally written on that Closet Songs album, but that's on my new album, The Last War, my new EP. The song's called "I'm a Boy," and then I'm going to do because we've talked about Crawfordsville. sing the song that I wrote about it. Goodness, at this point it was almost 15 years ago I wrote a song about it called Worktown, and so it's for, I got to represent Crawfordsville. So
hey,
yeah.
I feel that it's good to represent your hometown.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like my hometown of Muncie.
Yeah.
So that's
yes,
pretty cool.
Absolutely.
So we'll be right back on Moonshine and Music with Joel, David, Weir.
Thanks.
Hey man, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks. Hello, Moonshine and Music at Books and Brews. It's good to be here. My name is Joel David Weir. This song is called I'm a Boy. Just like any other, I have a dad and mother. I love rock and roll. I am a boy. Sometimes my clothes don't fit right. Sometimes I can't sleep at night. Sometimes I just don't know. Just don't talk about it and try to forget about it. When you feel yourself get colder, when you feel the change, everything feels strange. Pull yourself up like a soldier. I'm a boy. I am a boy. Don't let the armor fool you. I put it on for school, yeah. Serves me well. I'm a boy. I still dream and wonder, but I conceal it under a conforming shell. But just don't talk about it and learn to live without it. When you dream of arms to hold you, I still feel the same. Why did you all change? Why did everyone get colder? I am a boy. I am a boy. I am a boy. Just don't talk about it and learn to live without it. When you dream of arms to hold you, but I still feel the same. Why did you all change? Why did everyone get colder? Thanks. Thanks so much. This next one is it's an old song, but I figure that maybe a lot of the folks watching are new to my music, so I figured if you're watching, you're listening, you're inviting me into your home. So I'm gonna sing a song that I wrote about my home. The song's called Worktown.
On the back porch with my wife, looking for iron, drinking red wine. And little bits of loveliness are falling from the sky. Little slips of my baby's kiss I save in my life. There's so much happening tonight here in Worktown. September and the changing of the leaves. Sometimes you work all summer just to have nights like these. And I hear Latin music drifting over the neighborhood. People laughing and life feels so very good. There's so much happening tonight here in Worktown. There's so much happening tonight here in Worktown. Happening tonight here in Worktown. So here's to all you lovers and all of your loved ones. Here's to all you working people who make this country run. Start a revolution where peace and justice reign, where hearts and souls mean so much more than just pieces in a game. There's so much happening tonight here in Worktown. There's so much happening tonight here much happening tonight. Thanks. Thank you.
Moonshine and Music is a presentation of Notlehs Entertainment. Copyright 2019, all rights reserved. Our producer is Joe Shelton. Our cameraman, grip, and stunt double is Brent Lee Smith. On cameras and all sorts of other stuff, Bailey Shelton. And our staff guru is Brent Schlemmer. Join us each Sunday for more episodes of Moonshine and Music.